walking along the track now. Just start to climb up the Puy de Dôme, the volcano here. Hi Nicky.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be a nice hike, about an hour and a half to the top. About an hour down. And hopefully I'll be flying off it later. Hurrah!
I'm working quite hard though.
All the way. Almost
Puffing
at the top.
and huffing.
Earning the dessert.
Nearly at the
Deep
top.
section now and digging in. Her ladyship leaning into the gradient here. Lovely day yesterday. We hiked up the Puy de Dôme, which is the big mountain that's just in cloud now, big volcano. Hiked up there, that was really nice. A big sort of circular route for about 7 miles, I suppose. And then I went up in the evening and I flew it, which was rather nice. Had a nice hour's thermaling on the top before going down to the bottom and landing. So lovely couple of nights here, absolutely fantastic place. Starting a lovely lake to lake ride, not that long, probably 12 miles there and back, but good amount of climbing, and it looks like lovely trails all the way. Couple of minutes of hiker bike here, so bloody steep, unrideable. Oh, Nicky's pushing up there, but very, very steep. Well, they're almost at the top now, so should be a drop down the other side to the next lake. But this is bloody wonderful. Vive la France. What an unbelievable place. Absolutely beautiful up here. There's Puy de Dôme in the distance that I flew yesterday and we hiked up in the morning. But this is just stunning. What a place. And it's so empty, there's nobody else around. Shame we've got to keep pushing because it's so steep that way. This is a crazy trail on top of the mountain. Been unrideable for the last mile and only just becoming rideable now. It's one of those rides. There's just as much pushing as riding. The GR30 is a long distance cycling trail, as well as biking, and sections there's no way you can ride. But the reward is, after another 500 feet of pushing, it's downhill all the way to the destination, which is rather nice. But we've earned our dessert tonight. Well, more push than ride on the way.
Well, it's a hiker bike, isn't it?
But this reward coming down here now is lovely, isn't it?
Once you get on the downhill, it's easier to negotiate with the rocks and bumps.
Yeah. Good morning. Another lovely day here. We're in the mountains above Mont d'Or in the Massif Central. Had a lovely night in a very quiet place down a little trail lane. There was a little gravel pull off to the side, so we pulled in there on the edge of the woods and had a very comfortable night. I mean, absolutely beautiful surroundings all around. Didn't see a soul or hear anybody. And we're just about to head off on a bike ride. Bikes are ready to go. Only about 11 miles this one around the forest trails, so nothing too strenuous after yesterday's rather,
That's
shenanigans.
what he said yesterday. Let's go for a little ride around the lake, he said.
I had no idea Kamrut was going to take us over the top of Mount Everest.
It was quite fun though, wasn't
It was fun. Knackering but fun. So yeah, just getting ready for the ride now. Couple of hours and then we're going to head down into Mont d'Or town to do some replenishing and resupplies before heading off further south. So have a nice day everyone. Bye bye. Well, steep but steady climb this one. It's blowing the cobwebs out anyway, and we're earning our baguette for lunch. But it's an absolutely beautiful day here, and what a trail, absolutely wonderful. Right?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Wanted a fly. Very annoying.
Couldn't really miss that target though, could it? I better go before I get slapped. Very quiet here, next to an old walker's refuge. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to spend the night here. Stunning drive up here as well, through the mountains. What a place. You having a good day?
We are having a good day.
Just driven?
She's just
driven.
driven over a massive mountain range.
And Nicky cacked her panties several times. She wasn't very happy.
It was very high. Come on, what was it, about nearly 1,800 metres high?
It was. Sheer drop either side.
And it was a sheer drop either side, sometimes without even a rail. Yeah,
It was quite funny though. But we found this lovely camp spot. We parked the van up and we're just doing a short stroll down to this beautiful chapel at the end of the lane. And we're camping about 50 yards further back.
Yeah.
And the views are absolutely stunning here. We've got the views of the main Massif Central. It's just the most epic campsite. Our little wild camping spots get better and better and better.
Ooh, well, this isn't a bad spot to be.
It's not bad. Morning. Start of another fantastic ride up in Massif Central. Lovely night last night, very peaceful place, and stunning place to ride today. Looking forward to it. Only about 17 miles, but up in the mountains, so there's enough climbing and descending to earn dessert later. See you later. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey little fella, how you doing?
Little pony, look, you've got blue eyes.
How you doing? What's with the long face, dude?
Eyes for a bar.
That is top logging. Oh. Course probably is rideable, but we can't be after wet feet, so we're doing stepping stones instead. Because we're cowards, aren't we, Nick? Nicky?
I was just having a look how deep it was.
We'd have got wet feet down the far end, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's quite deep. It's quite a lot of water coming off
A little
there.
stream. Here we are, just cruising back to the van. Last half mile after the most amazing ride. I mean, that was one of the best ever, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, how do you compare them?
The rides here are absolutely amazing, all of them, but this was just lovely. I mean, the view around us now as we finish. And unlike the Alps where we were going to go, we've run out of time to do so. It's so quiet, there's just nobody here, just us. I think we saw 2 hikers on a 2.5 hour ride up through the forests and past the lakes. It was just beautiful. So absolutely loving it here. It's an amazing place. So last few yards in now. Bit breezy up here. Very breezy. Just near the very peak now, short climb to go. Yeah, what she said.
1,870 meters high.
There you go.
Long way up.
There's the farm buildings. Left the bikes there. Not supposed to ride any further. We walked across to the edge of the mountain, looking across to the next range. Very windy, as you can hear. Great fun, though, eh? Good old Nicky, still grinding out those climbs. Never gives up, this girl. Well done, my lovely. Well done, good work.
Yeah, it's tired now though.
Good morning. So we had another nice wild camp up on the mountaintop last night. Quite a lot of rain and thunderstorms, sheet lightning all around us for hours, and thunder. It was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So we're right next to a paragliding site, but we won't be flying today because it's just cloud all over the mountain. So we decided to come for a nice walk in the woods. Here we are. So we're taking a walk a bit further up the mountain, and nice little walk in the woods. If it clears later, I might have a fly, but if not, we'll head off to our next destination. But it's lovely up here, completely unspoiled, nobody about on the mountaintop. Very peaceful night. And then we're going to go find a boulangerie, aren't we?
God, we can't find a bloody boulangerie in the mountains.
It's a disaster. It's
Disaster.
Absolute disaster. So we need to go and find a boulangerie because we're getting...
I've got 8 days of croissants and chausson pommes to make up for.
Yeah, what she said. Whatever they are. Anyway, we're going. Bye-bye. See you. Walking back up this mountain path now in the forest, and there's a few things we have to duck under. Now we'll just duck under them, obviously. If it was bare bullshit Grills doing this, he'd get his machete out, he'd cut himself open, rip his lower rib out, and then use his penknife to whittle it into the shape of a saw, cut through the logs, and stagger out the other side. What a twat.
Off he goes.
Have you just been for a wee?
No.
You sure?
I went shopping.
Good morning from the Loire forest. Very, very nice morning here. Sun is shining. Cyclist on his way through the forest there. And what could be more French than, we actually camped here last night, which is very nice. And not a soul around, possibly a few piggies in the forest snuffling around. Bikes are ready to go for this morning's ride, 25 miler around all the chateaux. But what could be more French than in the Loire forest with pastries fresh from the boulangerie with French filter coffee.
Fresh coffee.
Oh,
Just so palm.
pain au raisin. Life doesn't get any better, does it?
No.
It's slightly chilly wind, but the sun's up. It's all warming up, so nice bike ride around the chateaux today. So have a nice day. Bye bye. What animals we're supposed to be watching up here? There's the lesser spotted Nicky to say, strange creature, bug eyes, big teeth.
Big nose.
She said that, not me. We said that the house in Wales, it's such a beautiful house that it would be our forever home and we'd never want to move. But having been in France for nearly 3 weeks now, we found a little pad and we think we're actually going to change our mind. We're going to sell up in Wales and we're going to move over here. It's a small place, but we think it might do for our requirements. I'm just going to pan around so you can see it. I'm sure heating bills are a trifle steep and the lawnmower would have to work a little harder, but I think we could manage it. Mind you, window cleaner would be quite expensive as well. Morning. Nicky's bike with a brand new tyre on the back, as her rear was ruined yesterday. Oh well, so we're using our own route today, 30 miles around a few chateaux. Chilly this morning, was quite cloudy, but sun's starting to break through now. Should be a nice trail. And the highlight of any ride is the boulangerie stop, especially when filling your face. It's in a lovely spot like this, down by the river. Little bridge, birdies are singing in the trees, sun's just about to pop its head out. Cheers. So we're just finishing the ride. Lovely 30 miler. That was fun, wasn't it? Good mixture of chateaus and fairy tale little houses, which wasn't very good. Boulangeries, which is rather nice, and all sorts of nice scenery and terrain. So rural France at its finest. So it didn't rain at all, quite sunny most of it. Just rolling in now, the van's just coming up in the distance there, a couple of 100 yards to go. But a lovely ride. And this afternoon, driving off west along the Loire, try and find ourselves a little wild camp spot along the river. We're all heading back to Chris's tomorrow. Marvellous, time for a cup of tea. Morning. Last riding day today. Nicky's having a day off and just chilling back at the house, doing some bits and pieces. Comes in the last couple of hours ride. Yearning for the mountains again already. There's like a billiard table around here. Enjoyable, but I want the hills back.